Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your general reading. If you just found my channel, welcome and thank you for being here. Okay, bottom of the deck, falling angels, spiritual narcolepsy. There's some cards, I say this, there's some cards in decks where I remember something about what the book has described for the card, and this is a reminder that sometimes, we forget our own divinity. We also meet people along the way who have lost their way. And maybe this is, a story for an earth angel. I don't know. Is this someone who remembers the energy of someone who is in the light and is powerful, or I don't know, alluring in that way? Okay, what's going on here? Well, there is some overwhelming emotions. Overwhelming plenty. I'm looking at the water. It's just rushing. There's a card in this deck, overwhelm, and it feels like that, like water's rushing in the windows. I feel like this is indicative of how the conversation goes. Like, I want to be compassionate toward you. I want to be, I want to show you empathy. I want to be there for you. I want to be there for other people. I mean, home is where we share, our space with the people we love. We have me talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. I'm hearing very specifically someone has gone through a cleanse. Oh wow, I'm hearing a deep spiritual cleanse. I just saw 333. Wow. Body, mind, spirit, 333. Interesting. And oopsie. And then we have the Fool's Embrace. That card felt clumsy. Maybe someone's feeling like a fool. This is, can we heal this? This person is self-soothing. Look at how they're just kind of crouched and holding their knees to their chest. It almost looks like somebody sucking their thumb. I know, believe me, it's just a vision. What do kids do when they're sad or when they need comfort? A lot of kids suck their thumb. Maybe somebody sucked their thumb when they were a kid. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I don't usually see these kinds of things, but that's what I see. Somebody might be like just soothing themselves in some way. Okay. I am guided to get a couple of cards around what's going on between the two of you that needs to be aired, rectified. What's going on for Scorpio? I just saw 444. Wow, we have psychic insights, seeing the unseen, a strong knowing, third eye activation. We have on a pedestal, well thought of, earning praises, standing out. Wow. Bottom of the deck, revelation, an important truth coming to light. Let's see if there's anything else. Examine your close relationships. All right. I feel like something has been difficult, and clearly what hurts us, we have to learn from it. What we hold on to, we need to ask ourselves why we do that. If this is someone realizing, gosh, I haven't been a good partner, or, I wish that had gone differently. I think so highly of the person that I ended up hurting. I'm pulling that story from the combination I'm seeing. And I think someone is realizing I lost my way for a while, and I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I had seen the important signs earlier. So we're going to compare your energies. Scorpio, we're going to look at you first. We're going to look at your person side by side, and we're going to look at your shared energies. I heard striking similarities. Okay. You both may be feeling the same way right now. Scorpio, your energy, only your energy first. Spirit, what do you have describing Scorpio's energy in this stalemate situation? What is going on? Is there another? Okay, look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, feeling just left out. Very, I'm just kind of getting like a lonely, injured soul. Oh, I'm sorry, Scorpio. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. And I hadn't shuffled this yet, but look at that. Interesting. Okay, Scorpio, your energy in this situation, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. The Ace of Wands, the Devil, and the Nine of Cups. I think you want what you know you want. You're drawn to something, and are you trying to discern? Is it, am I lusting, or am I, indulging in this? Maybe you're evaluating your own energy, or you're thinking of how you're defining the relationship. I think you see the promise of a new and stable something here, whether this is, what they bring to your life or what you bring to theirs. But I'm also getting that there's a recognition that there has been an unhealthy element. Now, devil energy coming up in your energy. We have Capricorn energy here specifically, but let's just say I feel like you're recognizing where you go from here can't be a repeat, because your relationships have shown you something so profound, and maybe you and maybe they also have healed from this. But I almost feel like this is, fear creeping in. Is, do I see this new beginning as something that's going to flourish, or is it a devil in disguise? So I'm not assigning that to anyone, but maybe you and this person have had some significant unhealthy patterns. All right, their energy on the split, we have the Queen of Swords, but maybe that's about clarity. It could be an air sign. Okay, let's take a look at your person's energy, Scorpio. I'm hoping we can, help you break this stalemate. Your person's energy. Okay, we have the World. To them, perhaps, things were done, over. We have the King of Swords. Anything else? Your person's energy. The Tower at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So the World, the King of Swords. This came out mostly that way. Okay. I'll take it that way. We have the Page of Swords, the King of Wands. Oh, goodness. I think your person has worked really hard to let go of pain. I feel like this transmuting pain is their energy. Now, whether they have people in their environment, and maybe they do. We have an air sign, maybe a fire sign, maybe a younger air sign. However, I'm getting more so their energy is one of perseverance and overcoming. This is someone who's observant, maybe observant of their past, maybe observant of you. And to relate their energy to you specifically, there could be some sort of an epiphany happening for them. And whether the realization is, I know what makes me happy. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to say. 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands. I feel like this person is not letting pain chain them. Now, if that means that the stalemate is broken because in their mind things are just simply over, it could be. There could be a literal I'm hearing moving and shaking. So, maybe this person is, I don't know. Is it about moving? Is this about progressing? And if it's about your relationship, they don't want to be dragged back into stuff. I don't know who would have a tendency to do that here, but this person has released the pain. I want to look at your shared energy, and we are going to do that through the Osho Zen deck. And this deck it gets to the depths of people. I love it for so many reasons, and if you watch my channel, you know that this is a highly revered set of energies, and the way it comes out, it splays open the depths of what wounds people, of what needs to get fixed. And I feel like, maybe the closing out is something they're doing, and maybe they're working on that, bit by bit, pulling the swords out bit by bit, bravely wanting to step into this relationship with like a new attitude. I am getting that they speak their mind, Page of Swords, blunt, maybe. And maybe that is a harsh truth that's been difficult to, get your arms around. But, the world here and new beginnings here, are you both dusting yourself off? What is this? Okay, so let's look at your shared energies. Scorpio and your person. Scorpio and their person. Oh, guys. Oh, that makes me sad to look at that. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it like deep in my heart right now. Yeah, somebody is just overcome, really sad. Well, you both are. I'm hearing there's one more. That's why I'm just shuffling this to death. Sorry. There it is. Okay. And it wanted to come out in reverse. Spirit said read it that way. Okay. We have 4 cards. Bottom of the deck, the 8 of Cups. This is my emotional reset energy. Neither of you wants to stay stuck in the past. You want to traverse the emotional energies surrounding, I don't know if it's a breakup or a falling out. You both want to get there in order. Receptivity. You are both open. You have both risen from the depths of difficulties in the relationship with each other or outside of your relationship. Maybe this has been a time of like healing for you, like detoxing old patterns. Relationships are never one way. And by that, I mean we all own a segment of it. If we brought unhealthy things to the relationship, we have to both recognize we've got to heal that. We have to solve that. You both feel that you are each other's 10 of Cups. My goodness, you want harmony, no fighting. Look at the blue. Someone's color, someone's favorite color may be blue. Wow, this one in reverse is such a good one in reverse. There's the sadness. You both are feeling really remorseful about this. It doesn't imply who did what to whom. It's just, I'm sad. Yeah. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Gorgeous. I don't want to hurt you. I'm healed from betrayal. I'm a new person, like, right? If we just read it, rebirth. 10 of Swords in reverse. I feel like there's an understanding that what went down between you and your person hurt. And I mean big time. We have the 9 and the 10. But it's done now. Let's look specifically at what have you learned from this, Scorpio? Balancing the material and the spiritual. I balance my 3D life with the needs of my soul. I will embrace the outside world, but will retreat into silence for healing and restoration. Wow. I'm getting a very matrix kind of energy, very, like looking outside yourself for what fulfills you deep down. Okay, that one is wanting to come out. Anything else for what Scorpios learned? The willingness to compromise. I understand for my relationships to be well balanced, we must be willing to meet each other in the middle. And we have judgment. I know who is good for me and who is not. Wow. Interesting that both decks had judgment at the bottom of the deck. Libra, energy, justice, Four of Wands. Okay, now let's see. What has your person learned about your connection and their experiences with you, without you? I don't know. What have they learned? Okay, there's 3. Bottom of the deck, authenticity. What I exhibit today is consistent with tomorrow. What I demonstrate to you is what I show to others. You see the real me. Honesty and integrity. I will uphold trust in my relationships by standing in my truth and accepting another's. No lie is worth telling. No omission will get me off the hook. Truth is paramount. Wow. Now remember, they could have experienced this with other people. You could have experienced this with other people. If this is a shadow aspect of self that's healed, this person is coming with lots of truth. And I'm hearing blunt. Okay. Healing shame. I accept who I am and will integrate my shadow side. Familial, community, and religious guilt tripping is another's issue, not mine. Wow. Dang. Accepting my shadow side. I understand my patterns of behavior have hurt others and myself. I accept those aspects of who I am and choose to show up differently for the health of my relationships. So what's going to break the stalemate? Where am I going with this, Spirit? What's going to break the stalemate? Which one? Okay, I'm going to use the wisdom of the oracle. What will break the stalemate? Well, if you're really a zebra wearing giraffe spots, those spots have to fall away. Maybe there was a fake it till I make it kind of energy, and now someone is like, my ego is being shattered, something's falling away, and now who I am is real, and I can't fight it, I can't hide it. And if it's caused chaos in my relationships, I won't behave that way. I won't do that. What is breaking the stalemate? Spirit is helping this come together. There's also an energy here of we're in this together, perseverance and wisdom, right? Is there a goal to like connect? I feel like you know you're each other's person. I feel like, you know, even if this is like a family situation, you know, you're part of my tribe. I need to honor that. I need to respect you. What will break the stalemate? Wow. Truth. And it will answer some questions. Why? Where is this relationship headed, Spirit? I'm going to use this deck at the risk of it coming through romantically. For those of you it's not, please just kind of take this with a grain of salt. I'm going to be fairly neutral. But where is this relationship headed? Okay, dark night of the soul. Someone is experiencing massive upheaval, tower, right? To help them align with new levels of love with themselves and the connection. Then we have 2, the fight. Their inner warrior is being activated. They're getting ready to fight for you and overcome their fears of love. And exhausted. There's a lot of baggage that needs to be taken care of before they approach you. They're really trying to trust the situation. Bottom of the deck, anxiously waiting. I'm going to say this. If there is a notion, and this can be reversed, you know, try as I might to separate it. This can be kind of a cross-watcher thing or reversed. But if there is someone who feels they're owed an apology and the other person really knows deep down, I need to do that, take it that way. Because this anxiously waiting energy feels to me like the next move isn't mine. It's kind of checkmate-ish. For those who resonate, this is a romantic connection. What is the energy in your connection in the future? Wow, they're flying. Bottom of the deck, forgiveness. Yeah, I see that. Freedom, healthy space and room to breathe. This is the opposite of being clingy, codependent. This is also free will. And maybe you and your person meet at this neutral space. The 2222, I just saw. Maybe you say, I'm sorry. Maybe you say, can we be friends? Maybe you say, I'm going to allow you some space. Whatever this is for you, this feels kind of like a big energy. And then we have physical connection, the sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. I am getting there is a potential for like a clinginess. Be very careful of that. That just came through for somebody. Magnetism. There's a gravitational pull to each other. I feel like you maybe have both like tried to put this in a proper perspective, but you keep coming back to this person. Okay, so what comes next? Where is this headed? Building a life together, having learned from past mistakes. Oh my goodness. Is there a timing card for this, when this relationship will come back together? Patience, please. So Spirit is saying no. This is going to take some time. There's probably a lot of healing, a lot of, coming to terms with who I no longer resonate as, who I want to become. I feel like a lot of that is happening. I do feel like there is a sense, somebody is pretty stellar, well thought of. And, if that's the recognition in the other, and they need to say, you were an awesome person. You were an awesome partner. I want you in my life for all the reasons that you are. And I accept you for all that you are or not. And I want to fix this. There's a slow realization that conversation needs to take place. But Spirit is saying it's going to be a hot minute. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found this helpful, particularly where looking at their energy is concerned. They have a lot of bravery. I mean, this person does feel bold. Don't mistake that, I'm hearing. Don't mistake that as, what's the term you're trying to share, Spirit? Harsh. Don't mistake that as harsh. They're just blunt. They're truthful. Okay. Somebody needed to hear that. Okay, Scorpio. All the best to you. Take good care.